got married when Cyrus was 2.5 months old, and it was well, like literally wedding. 1 week later, he ended up cheating. 1 week after we got married, and that was kind of like how our marriage was. It was just a messed up thing for a while.
Because during that time, living a life, and me personally not knowing the Lord, and just kind of really being an antichrist, didn't want anything to do with God, not really knowing who He was, not really knowing what He'd done for us as sinners, just like lived a life just not knowing Him, totally blaspheming His name. And I mean, there was a point in time even growing up that I was so into the goth scene, and like I wanted to get like tattooed 666 on my shoulder. That's how antichrist I was, and didn't really value anything, didn't really value people, and so didn't really value my wife and children at the time. So because I wanted to do my own thing and go to bars and party.
We thought we were going to split up just because of just how he was, and after a few months I started really feeling like a pull to go back to church and seek God again. And so I started going to a women's Bible study and then going to church and everything again, and taking the little ones with me to Bible study. Well, then I started asking him to go to church, and he was slowly but surely getting there. And he had told me when football season ends, he'll go. And then a few months later, we started going back to church. He ended up going to church. And then we started seeking God and really started trying to live for the Lord. And then God moved us about 1.5 years later out here. And then sadly, our marriage didn't get better. I was actually ready to leave him at that point. It was a few years ago, and because there was too much bad stuff going on.
During that time, all that turmoil, when my wife was gonna leave, because I was just so evil and wretched in a sense, and then realizing, even though I've been going to church for years and stuff, but not being like the Pharisee, not really having the Lord, it was just kind of, I realized that's when my wife was about to leave and family were about to leave, and then I didn't have God, it kind of, and all was crashing down, kind of came to the conclusion I wasn't surrendered to God. I didn't really live a life for Him, and I think that was truly when the Lord kind of came into my life, and I truly surrendered to Him, because I realized that, man, I was just so wretched that I deserved nothing but hell, and He was my Savior. And from that moment on, I truly believe I was changed. He's just, He let me go to my bottom so that I can wake up and be I needed Him.
Then I struggled after that because I was so full of anger and hate and just unforgiveness, and then it took me on a downhill spiral because I was reached a point where I just didn't trust God anymore.
I remember during times even when she was kind of having her hard times, I was whatever happens, Lord, it's I'm gonna love my wife, because you love me. And what I've done to him was way worse than what any person can really do, she can do to me or I can do to her, because He's taught us to really love how we need to love. Because I'm still learning so many things from the Lord for sure, but I didn't know how to love, so.
Yeah, He didn't know how to love, and
Christ.
I was more of I was just a hardened mess, not knowing even how to accept love either. And so God had to really work love into us. God can take anything, literally anything, and make something good out of it. And ultimately, He's glorified in it when you actually stick things out and you actually
and it's a reminder, for me, through just the trials and everything, growing in the Lord, just remind us how much the Lord loves us and what He went through for us. So sometimes we don't want to go through for people when we may be angry and upset or whatever, things being done to us, but it's and we think, oh, they're not deserving of it, but it's we weren't deserving of it either. And the Lord loves us that much that it's He died on the cross for us, and He's risen again. He suffered all the shame and just brutally abused for us because He loved us, and that's what true love is. And it's it just brought us that much closer to Him. into each other.
When you endure hardship for him, it's like you see him in ways that you would never see him without that. And I'm grateful for those trials. It wasn't fun. I wouldn't wish a lot of them upon anyone, but it's like at the same time, just it's pretty amazing.
Ultimately, like the best thing about it all, going through all that, even though like you wish, looking back, that we didn't go through it, that the Lord has held us together, and it does glorify him, and like it's just, even though some things are shameful to us, it's like we're able to say like the Lord held it together, and all the reason we're even married now and we have the family we have and we love each other, it's because of Jesus Christ. There is no other reason. I'm Jose Tellez.
And I'm Adri Tellez.
And Jesus changes everything.